Three soldiers were scouting training area 412 west of the Anchorage Regional Landfill on May 10, 2022 for navigation training when things took a dark turn. This is the story of the gruesome bear attack on American soldier Seth Michael Plant. Let's dive deeper into how the attack happened that ultimately took the life of the soldier. This is Deadly Addiction. Bear attacks are some of the most dramatic examples of conflict between people and wildlife. Although bear attacks are not as common as you'd think, in fact, the likelihood of dying from a bee sting is greater than that of being attacked by a bear, and even more than that of being killed by another human. Since bears are as afraid of humans as we are of them, the majority of bear encounters are peaceful. Bears will only actively hunt down and eat a human in case of severe starvation. More than 50% of these attacks involved a female bear with cubs. Most likely, the mother bears were attempting to keep her cubs safe, which might be the case for this tragedy. Do you want to know how the attack happened? Well, make sure you watch until the end of this video. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Sergeant Seth Michael Plant was an infantryman with the 3rd Battalion, 509th Parachute Infantry Regiment. According to a statement from the Army, he was from St. Augustine, Florida, and had been stationed at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson since July 2021. A family member of Plant's claims that he spent numerous days as a young boy touring Camp Blanding with his uncle, which spurred his desire to enlist in the military one day. He was a young boy when his family relocated from Stark to St. Augustine. After completing his high school education at Pedro Menendez, he immediately started considering joining the military. Plant entered the Army 7 years ago, turning his goal into a reality. The St. Augustine native most recently served in Alaska. He received a number of honors and medals, including the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and Army Achievement Medal. It seems that Plant's life is turning out to be pretty great. But the 30-year-old soldier's life was cut short due to a gruesome brown bear attack. JBER, which encompasses 64,213 acres in south-central Alaska, is headquarters for the U.S. Alaskan Command, 11th Air Force, U.S. Army Alaska, and the Alaskan North American Aerospace Defense Region. It conducts small unit training, flight simulation, emergency vehicle operations training, and air combat training on the more than 50,000 acres accessible for training. According to a press release from the Alaska Department of Fish and Game, the area where Plant was attacked is in a remote part of the military base. Captain Derek DeGraff of the Alaska Wildlife Troopers said that the crew stumbled onto a brown bear den that was home to a sow and her 2 cubs. That's when things started going wrong. The sow climbed out and knocked one soldier down before mauling Plant and then running away. Following the incident, Plant and the second unnamed victim were taken to a nearby hospital, where Plant was pronounced dead. After receiving medical attention, the other soldier was discharged. According to a press release from the Alaska Department of Fish and Game, or ADFG, the incident appeared to have been a defensive attack by a female bear protecting her children. The ADFG discovered a den with 2 brown bear cubs nearby. Alaska is home to all 3 North American bear species according to the ADFG website, but based on hair taken from the scene, it appears to have been a brown bear, the agency stated. Although the animals tend to avoid or ignore people, the government warns that they might still be harmful. The fatal attack could potentially kill the bear that killed Plant once it is discovered. According to the agency, bears that pose a risk to the public's safety or are involved in dangerous attacks can be put to death. The department's game cameras, according to the report, showed that an adult bear had returned to the region and left the den site with the cubs over the course of the investigation. This tragedy left many of Plant's friends and family heartbroken. He is remembered by those he left behind. Staff Sergeant Plant was an integral part of our organization. He was a positive and dedicated leader who brought joy and energy to the paratroopers who served with him, said Lieutenant Colonel David J. Nelson, 3rd Battalion 509th Parachute Infantry Regiment commander in the U.S. Army Alaska release. He always had a smile on his face. He always went above and beyond what was asked of him, and he served as an inspiration to all who had the privilege to know him. His loss is deeply felt within our organization, and we offer our sincere condolences to friends and family. Plant, the sole son of his parents, was the youngest of 3 children. His sister Jenny Solano also gave a few kind words as to who his brother was before he was attacked. She claimed that her brother loved his family, friends, and St. Augustine, and was always there for everyone. She claimed that he desired to begin a family and to serve in the military until his retirement. He was just a big sweetheart to everybody, never knew a stranger. Plant adored fishing and the sea. Solano claimed that he cherished both nature and music. He used to frequent the Scarlett O'Hara's bar in downtown St. Augustine, where he had previously worked, according to Solano. "He was my best friend and my rock through everything," Solano said. "My sister and I and my brother used to call each other the 3 amigos. We were always together, even as adults." Plant's mother, fighting back tears, said, "He was the life of the party. He's loved by everybody in the community, in his family, in the military." Despite the incident's brutal nature, bear attacks are reportedly not common, according to ADFG. The latest deadly attack in the state before Plant's death took place in 2020 when a 22-year-old moose hunter in Wrangell's St. Elias National Park and Preserve. A 2019 state report states that 66 bear assaults in the state between 2000 and 2017 caused 68 hospitalizations, 10 fatalities, and 66 injuries. In certain areas during the research period, the abundant bear population in Alaska grew to a density of 1 bear per square mile. Officials discovered that 40% of deaths and 20% of attacks requiring hospitalization took place in places of employment. According to the ADFG, brown bears have an incredibly keen sense of smell that surpasses that of dogs. In many parts of Alaska, brown bears are capable predators of moose and caribou, especially newborns, the agency says. Bears may also be attracted to human camps and homes by improperly stored food and garbage, as well as domestic animals. The base has had a difficult month in May 2022. According to Coffee or Die, 2 more soldiers were hurt and 2 other paratroopers were killed on May 13 in a multi-car crash after Plant's passing. The deceased soldiers were later identified as Private Velson David Tate Jr., 23, and Specialist Wyan Lyndon Jacob Abonita, 22. Both were Army Fire Control Specialists assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 377th Parachute Field Artillery Regiment. This gruesome attack is a reminder of how humans and wildlife coexistence can be tricky. Correct information regarding bear behavior and biological needs is necessary. This promotes the desire to cohabit and allows for respect of these species. Bears and people can live side by side. Simply said, we need to learn more about the bear as it actually is, not the bear we imagine it to be. Conflicts between humans and bears will decrease as a result of human behavior change and bear behavior education. And in the future, we hope there will be fewer bear attacks. The family of Seth Michael Plant has our sincere condolences. He is a true hero. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this can serve as a lesson to always be cautious and safe in all you do. Remember, hit the notification bell, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below by letting us know what you thought of it and what stories you'd like to tell us in the next one. Until then, take care everyone.